What's going on, boys and girls? Boy, it feels good. Monday morning, sun's out, and our manager's getting it done, man. Arteta has a vision, he has a philosophy, he knows what he wants. He always has done. And what he's been doing is just getting this thing ready, getting this thing rolling. And if you look at Arsenal right now, and if you look at the rivals around us, now, Man United have a better team, man for man, than Arsenal, but they're not playing in terms of their mentality, their discipline, and the mental side of the game has left them. And they're bottlers. They've just given up. There's no fight in Man United whatsoever. Tottenham heavily rely on two players. So Tottenham, for me, are playing as individuals. They're not playing as a team. And that's the difference between them and Arsenal. Not going to really talk about West Ham at the moment now because some people still think West Ham are punching above their weight with the amount of money that they've spent and obviously the manager. And they're doing good for what they are. But West Ham making a Champions League fourth spot, I think that would have really surprised everybody. Arsenal too. But I think the difference is the caliber of manager that Arteta is in comparison to David Moyes. David Moyes, long tenure, used to be Arteta's manager as well. Yeah. I think that where Arteta is taking his team is definitely more aggressive than where David Moyes is. And also, Arteta's been allowed to shape the team in his vision. So for me, what this shows is Arsenal have just been that more well-rounded, disciplined team who are playing for each other. They all know what they want. All three goals yesterday pretty much showed you how they play as a team. Everybody understands each other. The likes of the Fantastic Four, which is Martinelli, Odegaard, Saka, can put even Thomas Partey. I have to put Thomas Partey into the mix when it comes to the build-up play because he's battling in the midfield and laying off the ball for Odegaard is what starts everything. Then Odegaard is the brain. He's the brain that creates all the chemistry. All the wonderful atoms and neutrons that split out of the brain comes from Odegaard. And from there, it's like this well-oiled machine that is just flowing on all levels. And it's lovely to watch. I'm a fan of Arteta ball. I always have been, but now we're sort of seeing it flood through the gates. Two things happened yesterday on the forum. Big shout out to everybody on 101 forums. And if you guys are subscribed and you're not on the forums, get on there. The link is in the description below. But what we've seen is the team discipline and the team chemistry is what's taken this team forward right now. They are resilient on the back end. I know it was a couple of mistakes. Let's not talk about the worldie goal because no one's going to stop that. But there was a couple of mental breakdowns which Arteta is not going to be happy with. And he's a perfectionist, so these are the things he's going to clean up. No concern. We won the game. We got the 3 points. You now take that into the film room and start to have those one-on-one conversations with those players. The second thing is you've got to look at his stars. Star players play well when you need them to. And I know I made this thing about Odegaard, people saying, yeah, let's see him doing it against bigger teams. Guys, we've won 8 out of the last 10. And when it comes to bigger teams, yeah, sure, it would be great to see him turn it on, and I hope he does. But it does not discount the fact that these players like Odegaard and Saka and these guys have been carrying this team. I want to make a special mention, which yesterday I was supposed to do an appreciation thread for Thomas Partey, and I didn't get around to doing it. So I'm going to talk about it now. So Thomas Partey, who himself graded himself a 4 out of 10 for his displays in the first half of the season. Not acceptable. New Year comes, he has a game against Manchester City, which was a masterclass. We all gave him man of the match. Man left to go to the African Nations Cup. When he left, Arsenal capitulated. It is the worst month of our entire season, January. We had more red cards than goals. We couldn't buy a win, and it was awful. And a lot of that because Partey wasn't there. But guess who's back? Since he's come back now, Arsenal have put that run back in. And this is why, I know there's a lot of talk on the forum about some people are saying who the best midfielder is and who's carrying who. Partey's definitely carrying the swing right now. He's carrying all the players in that midfield, and he's getting it done. He's getting it done mentally. He's getting it done physically. He's winning the ball back. We're not seeing him pass the ball to the opposition. He's getting it done. He's tidy. He's aggressive. He's physical, and he's switched on. And that is working for him right now. He's the unsung hero at the moment. Everyone's talking about the glamour boys up front, but the man who's protecting the back four and the man who's creating a solid foundation in the midfield is Thomas Partey. So I just wanted to talk about him and big him up. But I'm also going to address something I talked about in the forum. You all know my thoughts about Xhaka. I thought he didn't have a great game yesterday. I thought, looking at the first goal, we were talking about Martinelli didn't track the runner, but you can see it was Xhaka was the free man and had saw the runner and he didn't go with him. On the goal, second goal where we blamed Ben White, again, Xhaka, the ball went over Xhaka, it went over the top. So a lot of people, I think Xhaka, Ben White, and I think that Ramsdale could have got down much quicker. I think he could have hit the ground for that much quicker. But my point is this. I've gone on record and said that this team would never achieve top four as long as Granit Xhaka's in the midfield. And I will put my hands up if they get top four this season with him in the team. And look, he hasn't played a lot. He's only had 14 out of the 23 games. He missed a 8-game stretch of which we won 7 of those. And obviously he was banned for the other 3 games, which was, that's on him. To say he's played a huge part of the season, I don't agree with that because he's been out of quite a lot of games. But he's played 14 out of the 23. So one can say, well, has he really helped? And one can say that he hasn't. When I read you guys' player ratings as well, normally he's among the lowest out of the team. But that doesn't take the fact away that if this team achieves top four, they have done it with him in the team. So, and I would put my hands up and say I got it wrong. Yeah, and I feel no way about doing that. I'm a man of my word. I wear my heart on my sleeve. And if this team does achieve top four, which quite a lot of you lot now are rolling over, you're like a little puppy, like a little sport puppy rolling over, tickling your own stomachs, saying that we're going to get there. I'm close. I'm not there yet. I think I'm in the same position as Tony. A couple of the guys, Tom, Bertram, a few of the other guys, maybe Nabil. I think Nabil has believed that now. I haven't really heard from Ebony. I do talk to her. She's still in Jamaica, so she'll be back with us soon. Not sure where Lewis is at the moment. African Gooner probably isn't there at the moment yet. But a few of us are coming around to saying, that's it. Bang, we're going to get 4th. For me, I probably need to let the Leicester-Liverpool game go by. I know there's 3 games quickly on the trot. So maybe in the next 3 games, I'll give my decision. It's still a bit too early for me, guys, because there's still enough time to capitulate. And I don't want to really sort of hang my neck out there because top 4 is a really crucial thing. But like I said to you, we have the games in hand and the points. Yeah, so normally it's one or the other. But we're in a situation now, Arsenal could actually lose 2 games. Yeah, and still be ahead of the game. Still be above Man United, still be above Spurs, because regardless that we're 6 points ahead of Spurs, we have a better goal difference. So even if we lost 2 games, we'd still be ahead of the game. That's how good a position that Arsenal are in. And this is why if we get a victory against Leicester City, then that would speak volumes, because you can afford to lose against Liverpool. We don't want to, and we're going to go out there and fight. It's at the Emirates. It's a different animal right now, playing in front of your home fans. But I'm saying that there is cushion, yeah? Arsenal has a cushion, and I would rather use that cushion later than rather sooner. Yeah, I don't want to go into, then you lose to Liverpool at home, you go away to Aston Villa, which is going to be a tough game, and you lose at their place. I don't want that to count there. I'd rather let these next 3 games, us battle our way through, and it would be great to get 5, 6 or 7 points out of a possible 9 over the next 3 games. And I think if we can do that, then 4th place would be in good stead. But I'm not going to commit myself until that point. But guys, it's just wonderful to be around the spirits in the forum. Love reading you guys' comments. But there are a couple of guys who have not been fans of Arteta who you guys are calling out. And look, it's fair game. They've been asking the questions. They've been challenging the manager to do a job because they don't believe the manager can do a job. It would be nice to hear from those guys and say, look, I think the manager's doing really well. It's not over yet, and I think there may be time where some of those guys are probably waiting to see if we're going to capitulate, just so they can jump in and say, I told you so. But I think it would be nice to actually give some credit and congratulations for getting us this far. Because if you look at every publication, whether it's BBC, Talksport, Sky, any of those publications, these pundits are now making Arsenal favourites for fourth. Yeah, that's just it. And the statement I made yesterday on the forum was, for me, I like the fact that we were the underdogs. We were flying under the radar. We had no pressure. But now we're on the top. This is where the pressure starts. It's a different animal, guys, when you're the favourites. And how a young team will assimilate themselves into that is going to be the unknown. How we step on the pitch in these next 3 games against Leicester, Liverpool and Aston Villa, being the favourites for top 4 and having that pressure on our shoulders, that's going to be a different vibe. So I'm going to wait to see how that plays out. But at the moment, congratulations to the team. Big up to the manager. Big up to the players, every single one of them. And most importantly, big up to the fans. Because especially at home, you guys have been the difference. Remember when I made that big thing when we lost to Chelsea 2-0 in our second game of the season, when we lost the first 3, and you guys booed them off the pitch? I wasn't impressed with that at all. You know I didn't like that. But what I see now is fantastic from the fan base. Really, really, really good stuff. Really great support from everybody. And it's becoming an enjoyable season. And I think I'm going to touch base with my guys at Amazon Prime who are watching this. I'm going to touch base with them later on today just to find out how juicy this thing is going to be when it is. Because you've come in and everybody thought this season was going to be dross. And I can't wait to see the behind the scenes of the All or Nothing Arsenal show from Amazon Prime. And my friends over at Amazon Prime, I'm not going to mention you by names, you know who you are. You've really got onto something here, and I cannot wait to see what happens when this all comes together. That's all from me, guys. I'll speak to you in the next one. And listen, enjoy it, man. It's great to be in 4th place. Peace out.